In this lesson, you will learn about the purpose of RAM in a computer system. What do you think RAM is? Pause this video and write it down on a sheet of paper. Right, the big picture. Random access memory, RAM, also known as main memory, is the most important memory used to store open programs whilst you're using a computer. We're now going to record your homework. So, you have two pieces of homework. The first piece is to complete your revision notes, Introduction to Computing, Homework Term 3. Now, these are similar to the revision notes you've been doing in your ICT lessons. So, based on the lessons you are going to learn today, you will be creating revision notes using a choice of mind maps, flashcards or Cornell notes. You will then go on to complete the quiz Introduction to Computing, Quiz 1. So, where do you find your homework? Well, if you go into Google Classroom and you click on the Classwork tab, you have a topic titled Homework. In that topic, you will find Introduction to Computing, Homework, Revision Notes. If you're not sure what to do, read through the instructions. They are pretty similar to what you've been doing as part of your previous homeworks for ICT, and you complete the revision notes for the lessons that are covered with you today. Once you've done that, you will need to complete a quiz. So the quiz we'd like you to complete is Introduction to Computing, Quiz 1. There is a link to the quiz here. The quiz will be self-marked and you will get feedback immediately. Right, you can pause the video and just write down your homework for now, please. Okay, today's objectives are to be able to explain the purpose of RAM. So what do we use RAM for? Explain the purpose of ROM. What is ROM and what do we use it for? Understand the difference between RAM and ROM, and understand why we will need virtual memory. There are some key words that you need to be aware of. They are RAM, ROM and main memory. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to go through the rest of the lesson presentation to read up about RAM, ROM and virtual memory. Pause this video to do this. Okay, welcome back. Now, if you're still struggling on explaining what RAM is, we've put together a video and it is titled The Concept of RAM. If you're still struggling, can you pause the video now and watch this video? Okay. Now, I would like you to watch the video called OCR GCSE J277 RAM and ROM. This will explain to you the difference between RAM and ROM. Please pause the video now to watch this. Okay, finally, I'd like you to watch one more video about virtual memory. So this video is titled OCR GCSE J277 and it is called Virtual Memory. Please pause my video to watch this video. Okay, that's great. Now, by now you should know the difference between RAM, ROM and virtual memory. What I would like you to do now is I'd like you to create a poster explaining the difference between RAM, ROM and virtual memory to be displayed in PC World. To do this, you will need to go to your Google Apps here and click on Google Docs. Click on blank and use the tools in this software to create a poster. Now, if you'd like to put some pictures on the poster, you can copy and paste some pictures from the internet to include in your poster. Once you've done this, if possible, and you are able to do this, I'd like you to click print screen on your keyboard take a screenshot of your poster and place it in the document called Lesson 1 Worksheet. So you can place it here. Now, if you have time, I'd like you to move on to the extension questions and answer the questions at the end. Finally, I'd like you to scroll down in the lesson PowerPoint and go over to the plenary. Now, I'd like you to spend a couple of minutes by pausing this video and just thinking about what have you learnt about RAM, what have you learnt about ROM, what is virtual memory, and why do we not always use virtual memory? Okay, once you've done that, I would now like you to hand in the worksheet that you've created for Lesson 1 today. Thank you.